Yeah, hey, what's happening, everybody? I'm DJ Ron, the classic DJ from the Bay. That is the Bay Area of California. Welcome you to the channel. Welcome you to this video. Hopefully you saw part one and you saw part two and they're here for part three. But if not, I implore you to do so. Go back and take a look at it because look, we've all heard of Run DMC. We know how Run DMC changed the genre of hip hop, changed the game. And if no Run DMC, no hip hop, especially as we know it today. Okay, but the thing about it is, most of the times we would hear Run, oftentimes we would hear Jam Master Jay, rest in peace to him. But DMC was always that quiet storm, though. You know what I mean? He even called himself the Quiet Storm. But check this out. If you're into some riveting information, if you like to hear stuff from the past, stuff that we didn't know, I say we because there's a lot of stuff he revealed that I didn't know. And again, I'm one of the best fans. You understand what I'm saying? I implore you, first of all, to like this video, to comment on the video. You know what I mean? I love to see your support. You know, where does Run DMC rank on your list of all time? You know what I mean? When it comes to this hip hop. But then, most of all, subscribe to the channel because I'm always going to be bringing you classic music. You know what I mean? And I have another video series that, you know, we bring out the new stuff, looking for the new classics. You know what I mean? But definitely, the classic DJ from the Bay. This is Run DMC, DMC with Drink Champ. Shout out to Nori and DJ EFN, and shout out to you for taking a look at this video. This is part three. Make sure you check out 2 and 1 in that order, 1, 2, and then come back to 3. Take care, as always. God bless. This is part 3, DMC on the Drink Champs. Part 1 was fire. Part 2 was pretty good as well. We're going to see where we are now. DMC on the Drink Champs. Make sure you watch this whole video, y'all. You know, this is, I had to break it up into segments because the actual interview is 4.5 hours. You know what I'm saying? So we did it like this. So just be a little more edible. You know what I mean? They say to eat an elephant, you got to take a bite at a time. So that's what we're going to do with this. DMC on the Drink Champs.
You should just recollect into our comic books. So, we sat there. We didn't talk about hip hop or music. We sat there for 3 hours and talked about comic books.
Wow.
After he heard me say all this stuff that I was doing, he said, "D, you should do a comic book." And I said, "Nope. Don't put me in that. No, hell no. I know what you're trying to do." And he was like, "What?" I didn't want to do a comic book and make the comic book culture think, oh, just because this motherfucker had a couple of hit records,
right,
he do anything. Because it's a culture.
That's how much you cared about it.
Right, but then Rick said, "No, D, you was comic books for hip hop, and by you being hip hop, this will work." So Riggs is the guy that made the Daryl. He said, "You can't use Marvel." I was pissed off. Right. Well, you just gotta be Marvel.
Copyright.
Can't use DC, can't use Image, can't use Valiant, can't use Milestone. What are you gonna call your comic book company? Now,
first of all, for him to be able to use his passions, right, to do what he want to do, you know what I'm saying, and it becomes profitable for him, is a beautiful, beautiful thing, you know. Much like, you know, full transparency, that's what I like to do. You know what I mean? I love music, you know what I'm saying, but my first love was cooking, you know what I'm saying? So I'm Chef Ron. Don't forget to check out the Flavor the Savor pod. You get what I'm saying? Shows and stuff like that, all culinary related, you know what I mean? But when it comes to this music, I love these interviews. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't mind showing them to y'all. We can enjoy some of them together as they come in the future or whatnot. But I also do Flow and Prove where we're going through lyrics and some songs. I can't wait to go through some Run DMC joints. Point out some stuff you probably didn't know about. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, DMC, rock with your comic books. That's your passion, bro. Definitely. Turn it into something.
this is the beauty of hip hop. Shit, I don't know. DMC. D's for doing it all of the time. M's for the rhymes, that are mine. C's for cool as can be. Run used to say, "Why you wear those glasses so I can see?" And it still works to this day. D's for doing it all of the time. M's for the rhymes, that are mine. C's for cool as can be. Why do I wear contacts?
So you can see.
What do they start with?
Let's see.
So it's relevant. But then I go, you know what, Riggs? I'm going to just be making comic books. And you know how Riggs is. I'm going to just call my company Daryl Makes Comics. We're gonna get on, bro. Because thank you, Riggs.
Yeah, shout out to Riggs. You're a legend out there.
Who was part of Shady Records,
and the Source, or the Unsigned Hype era.
That you understand, inspiration is a two-way street. By you telling me that inspires me to still keep going.
Let me tell you how much of a legend you guys are. Halloween had just passed, right? And then my wife comes in the house, and she buys my son a fake Run DMC outfit, and I was like, you gotta get that out of my house. I was like, no, it had 2 stripes. I was like, you cannot do that to my son. But my wife, not knowing, she's thinking like they paying homage, but I'm saying they're paying the wrong homage.
Right.
Like if you're gonna
imagine that, paying a homage to Run DMC. Imagine that.
Run DMC, you gotta go get the
jacket.
Yeah. I can't let my kid go out like that. I was just like, yo. But that's how iconic it is.
Yeah, that's
people dress up like y'all for Halloween.
No, that's
bro.
crazy.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
Did you ever see the fake Run DMC costume?
Yes, we tried to sue.
Yeah, you got to sue. I want to be down.
Tried to sue. We went there and went to court, and all they can sell it because all they got to do is change one little thing.
Oh,
2
wow.
stripes
Right.
and 3 on Adidas.
Wow.
There should be a law that if you know and the world knows where it's coming from,
Right.
you like to check just the one little thing.
You're right.
Why do you think some of these cars look like the Benzes and the Mercedes?
Right.
Change
Right.
one little thing in there. We
Shit.
tried to sue.
Right.
You crazy?
Right.
It's great, but what we should do is put an official Run DMC costume from our company.
Yeah, that's a genius
brother.
idea.
Yeah.
That's because everybody will go by that.
Anyway, I mean, all I get 2 things in the holiday season. Christmas, I can't go to the mall. Because Muslims, Jewish people, Chinese people, they screaming the rhyme Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas.
And on Halloween, just this Halloween, my text message, my emails, and everybody that sees me gets this. I'm in 7-Eleven. I'm in a super. Guess where I'm gonna be tonight? Right here. And then my text. But here's the beautiful thing: the kids going to school.
Right.
Their parents dressed them up over the last 36 years since that record. But now, kids that like it's tricky because it's hot on TikTok, they go to discover, see who are the guys behind this record that they don't know me like you. They just know the song. Kids are now saying, "Mommy, I want to dress up like Run DMC." That's the beautiful thing. Connecting with that next generation.
You know what's even more beautiful is that you guys are timeless. Like that's what's even more beautiful. It's just you're timeless. Like we speaking to Trash from Naughty by Nature, and I was telling them, I was like, yo, like most of the time, if I'm in a party and they're not playing at least 1 or 2 or 3 Naughty by Nature records, it's probably the party I don't want to be at. And if they're not playing no Run DMC,
the Beatles.
If they're not playing Run DMC at a party, I pretty much probably don't like the DJ.
We at that fucking Rolling Stone level.
So let me ask you, right? I did an interview with my friend Brian earlier, and he had asked me this question, so I want to ask you this question. What was the moment when you felt like you made it?
Oh, the moment that I felt like I made it was 86. Because of Walk This Way Now, took us to a whole nother level. And this is the crazy moment. I'm on the Grand Central Parkway.
Traffic.
No. Open road.
Okay.
The exit with Parsons Boulevard and something. I'm driving right there.
Man, I want to go to New York so I can know what you're talking about. I listened to Too Short interview. I know all about Oakland. I want to go to New York.
And I'm driving and not knowing, because I used to walk around as DMC because that's how everybody else was dressing, so I fit in. And unless you knew it was Run DMC, my man Buddy, we used to stand on the corner of Hollis, and my boy would hit me and say, "D, that's the 100th time that car came around the block." And all he doing is looking and can't believe Run and Jay, DMC and Jay, because Run was a family man. Me and Jay was still in the street on the corner. So here's the time. I'm driving on the Grand Central Parkway in my 1986 Fleetwood Caddy.
Okay. For some reason, I thought it was a Saab. For some reason, my bad. Go ahead.
No, I had the black Fleetwood. With the woofers in the behind the seat and all that. And I'm driving, and I just look over at the car next to me.
Did I read this? Did I get eggs? Where are my keys?
And they crash.
Oh, shit.
Because they're staring at you.
Yeah, I pulled off the highway and said, oh shit, I can't walk around like this shit no more. Yeah, they saw glasses, had Adidas stripes. They didn't see the 40 I was holding, but I looked over and they crashed.
All right.
So then I knew, that's the day I said, oh, now I know what Mick Jagger and Michael Jackson feel like.
All right.
It was 1986. The game, my Adidas,
right.
First non-athletic entity to receive a major sport like.
And the crazy tours.
Because I want to come and walk this way real quick, right?
Okay.
So the rumor has it is this was Rick Rubin's idea?
No.
Oh wow.
No. Now, Rick is one of the greatest producers ever, but everybody will tell you he don't create anything.
Okay.
He comes in and brings the best out of you. What you got? Let me see. He ain't coming in with, he's not like writing and this and that. And I got a song idea. The original idea came about like this. We was finishing the Raising Hell album. So Jay goes, yo, we got to make a beat jam. So we was just going to sample Toys in the Attic. Yo, sample the, we didn't know it was Walk This Way. Me and Ron was like, yo, get the album with the toys on the cover in loop number 4, because the DJs would scratch the title of the records out, so the rival DJs, we just knew we wanted remember?
Full disclosure, I hated that song. That was a one fast forward skip on the record back then. But one time I DJ'd for a crowd for another crowd. I DJ'd a party for another crowd, right? At a place that, because I was there the night before and I did so good, and they asked me to come back and DJ again. There was another crowd. And, I'd play stuff by the Eagles and the Beatles. I crash course, right? Get some music together for these people. Messed around and played Walk This Way. That's the first time I ever DJ'd and saw a reaction to that song. Now I've done several other crowds since then. Walk This Way is in my rotation. It's a must play.
That shit sound so it's gonna be 3 minutes and 30 seconds of a loop of that. Because if y'all understand, Walk This Way, like I said, wasn't the first rock record. We had Rock Box. It wasn't the first rock rap record. We had King of Rock. Even on Raising Hell, we had a song called Raising Hell. That was us making and us rhyming. So we was gonna loop Walk This Way.
Best songs on that album. And
we was gonna rhyme about how good we were. And I still remember my rhymes to this day. We had the whole rhyme thing done. It was gonna come on, and I was supposed to go, because we came out in 83, it's 86 now. I go, I'm DMC in the place to be, been rapping on the mic since 83, I'm the greatest MC in history, there will never be an MC better than me. And then Ron was supposed to go, I'm DJ Ron, and I'm number typical Run DMC shit. So we had that going on. Rick Rubin, who was our producer at the time, comes in the studio. And he says these words, yo, y'all should do Walk This Way over. So we're thinking from a limited hip-hop perspective.
Right.
Motherfucker, what you think we're gonna do? We're gonna sample this shit, we're gonna rhyme over it. He says, no, do the record over the way the band originally did it. So that was Rick Rubin's beautiful idea. And me and Run said, no, hell no. But Run was funny, because he used to always hold my books up and go, he got rhymes. He got rhymes. Why the fuck you want us to sing this? And we had never heard the lyrics. Right. Because the DJs never let it play that far. So Rick tapes the vinyl off the record, go in D's basement, put the record on, take a pen and paper, let the record play, and write down the lyrics so y'all can learn them. So we leave Chung King House of Metal. We drive from Chung King back to my basement. We put the record on. They gotta understand the anticipation. We never heard what was gonna happen next. That shit said back choke level in the hot we get on the floor. Oh hell no. Hell no, we go, no, fuck that shit. No, we ain't doing this. It's hillbilly gibberish, this and Russell screaming at Joey motherfucker, this and that. Run arguing with this. Hell no. We hang the fucking phone up and hide out.
I hated the record at first. Oh my God.
Well, what it was, we didn't want to do that. We don't do that. Right. Back choke level.
He wanted you to just do it over, right?
But you gotta understand, it's our first time hearing it.
Right.
It didn't digest. It was just, that shit ain't fucking People seem to think that to be an MC, you need a closet full of clothes and iced out jewelry, pocket full of dollars, walkers every flavor, stuck up attitude and other kind of behavior. I'm sorry to say that's how it was before, but people ain't going for that no more. You gotta give a performance, because by now you should know that you're giving a party, not a fashion show. Another Grandmaster Cass, though, that wasn't mine. Those industry moments, Cass always had around. Cassie, you know my shit better than me. So we go, no, we didn't let it digest. Back show, love behind, however he was doing it. No, hell no.
So Joey Smith was rhyming on that?
Let me show you what happened. We ain't doing that shit. That's corny. We want to fucking rhyme, man. Run was like, but Jay, motherfucker, you heard King of Rock? You heard Rock Box, this is what we do. So Jay's trying to convince us, and we arguing, no. Yeah, so then Jay goes, slow the fuck down. Listen, he uses these words, and this was the game changer. Listen to Steven's flow. Backseat lover, I need to come and talk to me. Now we hearing it. We wasn't, before, it was gibberish. But Jay, listen to his flow. Oh, I understand that language. Backseat lover, oh shit, we can do this shit.
Right.
So we learn the records. Now, this is funny. Y'all can go to YouTube and hear this version. We still didn't want to do it. So the original demo of Walk This Way, Run went in and took the whole first verse. Backseat lover, high underneath the cover, talk to my daddy, say, ain't seen nothing, did it, go you go D. And we went and just did the lamest version of that shit. Backseat lover, high underneath the cover, talk to my daddy, say, ain't seen nothing, did it, go you go D. And we went and just did the lamest.
Because I didn't know I still don't really know what the lyrics say. It's weird.
Version of that shit at all. When we tried to leave the studio, Jay was fucking standing at the fucking doorway with his hand like, if you don't go back in there and do this Run DMC shit, I'm gonna shoot your mouth. Okay.
Jay was about it.
Fuck.
Reaching in his coat.
So we go in there and Jay said, yo, listen, flow it. He said, don't do it like Steven did it. Do it like Run DMC would do it.
Right.
That's another game changer. Oh, we can switch on. Like, we didn't know. So that's the version that you heard. So it was Rick Rubin's groundbreaking, universal, brilliant idea to do it over. Now, here's what's crazy. It didn't end there with Rick. While we were doing that, Rick's on the phone.
Alvarez.
They biggest song though too. That's crazy.
Who's Alvarez?
Americana for Alvin.
Corporal Alvarez.
No Alvin here.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, okay, Alvin. Salute to Alvin.
Calling Boston. My name is Rick Rubin. I know you know who Run DMC is. We want to do your record over. Do you want to do it? Hold on.
This is to Aerosmith.
Just to the people.
Okay.
Who is this? Imagine that back then. This is Rick. My name is Rick Rubin. I know you know who Run DMC is. Do you want to do the record over? Hold on. Some guy named Rick Rubin.
So Rick was really arrogant. He was arrogant in Crush Groove, trying to get the loan or whatever. He really was like in your face with it. Like he believed what he was saying. It's just they didn't understand what he was saying.
On the phone and this and they want to do it. Yeah, and Steve and them say, yeah, we know it's Run DMC. What record you we want to do Walk This Way over? So Rick got them to say, yeah, we'll do it with you. Wow. He got them to come to New York to do the record with us. So we walk in the studio one day and they in there. And I'm more of the rock guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not sure because I only know rock from the radio. I didn't have the album. So when I walk in the studio this day, I see Steven and Joe Perry, and the first thing out me and Run's mouth was, oh shit, it's the Rolling Stones. So, you know, that people is like, you know what I'm saying? But that was like an icebreaker. Steven Tyler said, no, we're not the Rolling Stones. We're Aerosmith. Those are the other guys. And then we laughed it off. But let me tell you something was crazy about Rick's decision. If we would have did it over our way, just rhyming over it, would have just been another Run DMC rock song. Would have been cool. You probably listened to it on the way to work or something. Yo, I remember that came out. If we would have did it over the way they did it without them, it would have been, oh, okay, cool. But the only reason it was groundbreaking is because Rick made them do it with us on MTV. Right. So now their fans is going, what the hell is Aerosmith doing with the rap dudes? And our fans is going, what the hell is Run DMC doing with the rock show? But if you look at that video, I've been to South Sudan to perform. The war zone of South Sudan.
That's Africa?
Yeah, where they at war, chopping hands. Like the 1 week I go there, they ain't fighting. Why? They love Run DMC, they love Naughty by Nature, they love Pac, they love Big. When I left, they went back to fucking
Jesus.
war. But I bring that up. I've been to South Sudan, I've been to Russia.
How about the publishing? Did you guys get publishing on the Walk This Way?
Nope, it's all theirs. That's a great question.
Yeah, because
great business credit. It's all theirs. I only get money when I show up and perform it.
Okay.
They get all that right.
100%.
On their original, yes, and that version.
So they was doing that back then. I
Because
thought,
it's all their
I thought that was a new version that they was doing.
Well, no, but you guys didn't rewrite anything on the record.
The only thing that's not live on that record is the drums. We use the drum machine.
Yeah,
but it's
they didn't write the lyrics. They just read the
add-ins, everything. They recreated everything. But people tell me from Ukraine, I've been to Ukraine to perform. I've been to Russia to perform. Shout out to Ukraine and Russia, beautiful people in all those countries that walk around wearing Naughty by Nature, Public Enemy shirts, crazy shit. But everywhere I go, they say, DMC, don't you know when Steven Tyler took that mic stand in that video and knocked down the wall that was separating y'all, it didn't just happen in the video, it happened in the world.
It did.
So that's the power of hip-hop, that's the power of music. It really has an effect on that. But it was Rick's brain. Now, the reason why I say that, if Rick didn't suggest to do that, it wouldn't have been what it is.
What year did that record come out, Hass?
86.
86?
1986. And it gave birth to Limp Bizkit.
That changed it.
Gave birth to Rage Against the
That was another shit.
All of those dudes.
It was the first time I remember being in New York City and I remember a record, hearing a rap record.
More than Limp Bizkit. Let's keep it 1,000. Let's keep it 1,000. Run DMC was the first ones to rap over rock guitars on Rockbox. Then they came back and did it again on King of Rock and Can You Rock It Like This. And really on You're Blind, too. They had guitars on that one, too. You know what ended up happening, though? And a lot of people don't talk about it. Houdini had their album out in 84. Run DMC dropped in 85. And then early 86, Houdini dropped Back in Black. And guess what they had on there? A rock record. My favorite song by Houdini is called Fugitive. Straight rock song. Public Enemy came out in 87. They was on Def Jam, the first group on Def Jam. They had a rock song called Sophisticated. So, they started a trend. Ice-T had rock songs. The DOC, rock song. Beautiful but Deadly. Now, I fast forward every time I listen to that album. I never even listened to the lyrics on it. Might do a floor improve on it just to check it out or whatever, but I never heard nobody say, man, slap that Beautiful but Deadly. But guess what we used to listen to? Fugitive, Sophisticated, Bring the Noise, what's the other one I just mentioned? Can You Rock It Like This? Yeah, songs like that.
Playing on KTU, playing on the pop stations, playing on, you know what I mean? Not just
crossover that chain.
I believe at that time we only had WBLS. I don't even think we had Hot 97 or Power 105.
That was the record that. But that record was so dope that it was hip hop and rap that did it, but it allowed all music to cross over. That shit wasn't happening until.
And did Aerosmith? Did they know and appreciate what you guys actually did?
Yeah. It's funny. There's footage of this. You could look it up. During the session, Jay shows them what he used to do as a DJ. He's cutting up fucking Walk This Way, and Steven Tyler on camera goes, "When are you going to hear me?" And Jay stops it. That's it, Steve. We know, and everybody just laughed.
Right.
And then Steve was like, "Yo, teach me to DJ." Jay actually taught Steven Tyler how to DJ that day.
Get the fuck out.
With his own record, yeah. Because they knew about hip hop. They knew about Run DMC, and it was cool for them because they say we brought it back, but what we did was this was happening for them. And my joke is they could have made a record with God, Jesus, and Moses for real, and nobody would have cared. Right. But they took a chance. What do we got to lose to do this with Run DMC? It changed the world. That's what I always tell kids, man. Always be open to try something new because it might not just change your life, it'll change the world. But that's the Walk This Way story because of Rick Rubin. And when Rick was working with us, we had all the records from Raising Hell done. I'm going to tell you the coolest story about Rick. When we was doing Peter Piper, I didn't like my part when I come on and
Peter Piper rappers.
Right, we did all that energy. But there's the part where I break off, and I go, Jay's like King Midas, as I was told, everything that he touched turned to gold. He's the greatest of the great, get it straight, he's great. So I didn't like that after we sat back and listened to, we had Hit It Run. I didn't like the way that sounded on a Raising Hell album. Right. I was like, Rick, I got to do it over this and that. And he's telling me as a producer, no, leave it. And I couldn't see what he was I couldn't see or hear what he was saying. So I'm like, Rick, I got to do this over. So speaking of cocaine, Chunking House of Metal, it's like 3:30 in the morning.
The Chunking House of Metal, that's the one that was just in Chinatown, right?
Yeah.
Chinatown.
Yeah, on Center Street. Yep.
Okay.
So Rick goes, it's 3:30 in the morning. 40s, coke, high as hell.
That was the first Red Bull.
Yeah, 40 ounce, 100%.
Yeah.
Wake up in the morning, you gotta do to give me a 40.
Yeah.
For sure. So Rick goes, all right, do you want to change it? Show up at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. All right. So I probably didn't go to sleep. I think I went to the World or some shit like that.
In the morning, come back
to the club where you come out in this morning and shit.
Right.
So I come back to the
studio,
right, and I'm telling Rick, I gotta be right with Run DMC. It's gotta be right. Instead of Pepper. I don't like the way I sound like this. So he says, okay, motherfucker, go in there and lay the verse. So I go in there. Jay's like King Midas, as I was told, like, so I come back in, and Rick's the coolest producer ever. So he comes back in, he says, I'm gonna play what you did just now. He plays it. Now I'm gonna play what you did last night. And he plays it. Jay's like King Midas, as I was told. He says, which one is better? And I go, the one I did last night. And he says this, you don't have to work hard to be you, and you don't have to impress to be anybody. He said, you're so dope on the mic, and I have a suit now, that you're showing no effort, and you better than half the motherfuckers on the mic now. Get the fuck out of here. So he was, you know what I'm saying? But what he was saying was, you didn't need the whole Piper of Peppers or, Little Bo Peep Cole lost his shit. He said, now you taking them somewhere else. And that's a producer. You know how guitar players or singers who gotta go start. I'm just a rapper. I'm not Freddie Mercury. I'm not Mick. But he was like, you take Jay's like King Midas, as I was told, everything that he tell. And he said, the music is open right now. He said, watch how hard that should be. So I'm thinking you gotta be, a lesson for young people, I'm thinking you gotta be violent to be hard.
Aggressive.
Nah. You can lay back and be stronger than everybody else. So Rick, Rick walked this way in my Peter Piper rhyme. Thank you, Rick.
All right. So let me ask you, I've always been wanting to ask you, who is Mary and why she was bugging?
That's another Rick thing.
Really?
Run was taking Mary off of Super Disco Breaks. It's a monkey record. It's the Monkeys. Mary, where are you going to? Mary.
I didn't know that.
That's the Monkeys.
That's the Monkeys.
Hey, we're the Monkeys.
Hey, here we come. It's the Monkey song, which was on Super Disco Break Volume 3.
That's one song I didn't like. That and another song about Papa Crazy or something like that. On the Tough and the Leather album, very underestimated album though. I'm not going out like that. How You Do It, D, and then Ragtime was so dope. Run's House, Beats to the Rhyme, Radio Station, Vacation. That was a good album. That was a great album. They had a movie and I ain't watched it to this day. See if I find it. Maybe it's on YouTube. Might watch it tonight. Never watched the movie Tough and the Leather before. But it couldn't have been all that because it ain't everywhere like Crush Groove is.
It's on the break piece. Wow. So Run was taking that, and I Can't Stop. We was trying to think of a routine to make.
Okay.
So we sampled it. Rick comes in the studio and he says, through the booth, when you push the button, don't say, Mary, where you going to? Say, Mary, why you bugging? Okay.
Bring it up to date.
Oof. Go.
Mary, why you bugging?
I can't stop.
So Mary not a real person?
No, she's not.
I'm taking a peep, guys.
Okay. All right, I'll wait for you to come back for Great Time of Slide. All right, hold on. Cool. All right, you talk too much. Is that
you never shut up?
Is that about a snitch?
No, it's not. No,
it's not about a snitch. Okay.
No, it's just it's more of Run DMC's hilarious comedic side.
Right.
It was just a record that we got sued for that too and had to pay because we never heard the record. That's why these lawsuits are going to be getting crazy. We never heard the record. We didn't know. There's a record from the 50s that goes, "You talk too much and you never shut up. I said you talk." We didn't know that. Get the fuck out of here. We was just trying to be funny. Hey, you over there, I know about your con. You're like the independent network news on channel. So it was just us trying to be funny.
So there was nobody at your crew that talked too much.
Run. He ran his mouth. Once we made the record, that was Run's record. Run would never shut up. Eric B prophesied, Run, one day you're going to be a reverend. And look what happened. Yeah, Run will tell you that story. Eric B was like, this motherfucker, one day you won't be here. So that's why we call him Run, because he ran his mouth. I was a quiet Run. Yeah, and he became Run because of Rush. Because Rush it was movement. But me, if you listen to my rhymes, when I perform, many hearts are warm. I'm better known as the quiet storm. I don't talk too much, but I got beef. When I kill MCs, I cause grief. Devastating my control is my main goal. My name is Daryl. His name is Joe. So if you notice, until the group broke up, people never heard from me unless I spoke on the microphone. Run was always the voice in the lead. So he ran. And I was the quiet storm. Like so many Easter eggs was always there.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
But Run ran, he was the talkative one.
Holy moly guacamole. The record Jam Master Jay.
Mm-hmm.
You spoke about it earlier. You said that
it was made to...
Because usually people make records like that when someone passed away, but it was like you was making this record about him as he was alive. You was actually giving him his flowers
right then and there.
Right then and there. Was that something you planned, or was that because, like how we spoke earlier, because the DJ was kind of like
the DJ,
one of the main attractions?
Well, right. That comes from this. Mm-hmm. There's show business, entertainment, music business, motherfuckers that rap. Right. Which comes from our culture of hip hop.
Right.
And I can say this. Because people say, we know y'all didn't create it, but Run DMC created hip-hop. So I guess I have the right to say this.
Right.
I've been saying it. I'm not just saying it now because of conditions and what's going on.
The correction is, hip-hop came, but hip-hop would have went had it not been for Run DMC. Run DMC took hip-hop to a whole nother level, and namely will Walk This Way. They did it with King of Rock, though. You know what I'm saying? Because Rockbox, that album was one of the first rap albums, and it just was what it was. King of Rock took it to a whole nother level, because now you get in the ear of rock and roll people, and then Walk This Way just blew the roof off.
I've been saying it since '83.
Right.
It's not hip hop if there's no DJ there.
Wow.
It's not hip hop. It's somebody rapping over something recorded in the studio for record making purposes.
All right.
Now, you can say, but it's hip-hop. Yes, but I'm telling you it's not. But it can be. It's just like, I never thought hip-hop would reach the point where it would be, and this is nothing against it. You have Britney Spears, and you have Sheryl Crow. So Britney needs choreography. She needs a writer. She needs that.
She needs therapy, too.
Yeah, she need all that. Yeah, after
see her online, she a little loose.
But then Sheryl Crow just needs the guitar and the microphone.
All right.
So I'm talking from an elemental standpoint. You know what I'm saying? You can't say you're a painter and you're not using a paintbrush.
Like my friend Sonny, he thinks he's a stepfather. He thinks he's a father.
Now you can be an artist and do artwork.
Right.
You can be an artist and do artwork. So you can be an artist and rap and do imitation of the hip hop culture. But the reason why we made records about DJ is the entertainment business is not in the business to keep anything holy and sacred. So they just got to move them records.
Right.
So we wait. Soon as they said something about who's that, we was letting people know
Jam Master.
Hip hop, right? It starts with the DJ.
Represent the Yay area.
I will never accept defeat.
starts with the DJ. Then the MCs come. Or it starts with the music first.
Right.
So the guy rapping his hip-hop music, he's doing hip-hop, but I'm talking about any hip-hop with a DJ really doing that thing.
Right.
So we made the Jam Master J record to let the people know it's DJs and MCs coming up next, the one and only Jam Master, back up from the rope punks. So that is so that the hip-hop has done pushed the groups out, the picture, and they done pushed the DJs to the back. But the DJs is the foundation of the culture that when I show up, you always gonna see one. You ain't going, Jay never push button. Like I said, technology is an assistant to make it easy. Now I don't have to carry 1,000 records in a crate. I just have it on a hard drive. Last night I was in
You DJ?
Atlanta. No, not no more.
Okay.
Not no more.
Okay.
I write rhymes.
You was in Atlanta, go ahead.
But last night I was in Atlanta at this event, this education conference, because of my book, Daryl's Dream. Everybody go get one. It's a story about me in the 3rd grade that really happened. I do a lot of education conferences.
You remember what you was doing in the 3rd grade?
Yeah, I remember everything.
I had Miss Ebanks. She left me back. That's all I remember about the 3rd grade. Yeah. Nah, just playing.
And I was talking at this event, and there was a DJ there with the CD deck thing. Right, and this is funny. You could ask my son. Before he knew I was leaving, he was like, go get your father. And he just had to tell me that. And this is what I love about hip hop. Like, it's all hip hop, but when we say real hip hop, we just mean hip hop, that this music business is not
the essence of it, right?
They're not, or you can't comment on it. Matter of fact, you can't even come to the party. But this DJ just had to show me, come here, DMC. And he just showed me a picture with him at 2 Techniques. Because he didn't want to be considered not original or authentic.
Right.
So for us, it was important that the group is Run DMC and people have a habit of, and we have Run DMC, these 2 people, somebody in the audience will interrupt or I will interrupt. It was 3 people, oh yeah, that's right. All right. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get
But me as a fan, when I hear Run DMC, I think of Jam Master J anyway.
Right, because you with us. But overall, here's why I'm so passionate. If you look at all the Run DMC covers except for Tougher Than Leather, that's the only one that Jay was on the cover of.
Wow.
On a Run DMC album, he's on the back with us.
Right.
On the King of Rock album, this is crazy about the industry. He's on the back with his head down because he wasn't signed to Profile Records. So they could not put him on there. All right, you're not going to show our DJ, so we're going to talk about him on every record. Go back and look at the albums now.
Oh, wow.
And what's crazy is on the Run DMC
so Profile
album,
only signed actually
Run and DMC was only signed to the group as Run DMC. And we wasn't signed to Profile. We were signed to Russell. Russell was signed to Profile as Run DMC to deliver the Run DMC record. Wow. We were signed to Rush Production.
So, okay. So Run DMC was never really on Profile. Or that's the story in Crush Groove was not really true. Rush was the one signed with Profile. Okay, got it.
But if you look at the album, I'm doing this because Fantastic Five's incredible when Theodore's on the scene. With the golden voice, we are the people's choice, and we rock with the gangster lean. We prove to the other MCs that Fantastic's #1. And when we step on you, you're just like a roach. Our foot, it weighs a ton. He's Theodore.
This right here is true humility. When the show is about you, but yet you steady shining a light on other people. That's true humility right there.
He's a ladies' man, so can't you understand that I'm done? So it's always the DJ.
Right.
We call him Flash, Grandmaster Flash, Disco B, Easy Mike, and I'm the MC. You walk in the place, you listen to the bass, you see Melly Mel with a smile on his face, king of the throne of the microphone. You should know by now I should be left alone. Like, when Mel came out with the diss to Eminem, he should have just went to fucking rappers might be willing, but they ain't able, because I was their king straight from my cradle. Screamed and hollered, shook my rattle, dreamt I defeated them all in battle. There was no food in my silver spoon, but I grew up hard and I grew up soon. I'm a righteous king and I'm hungry too, and I eat up punks that rap like you. And he should have.
Yeah, because what he put for Eminem was horrible. Let's go back.
I'm all in battle. There was no food in my silver spoon, but I grew up hard and I grew up soon. I'm a righteous king and I'm hungry too, and I eat up punks that rap like you. And I mean, he should have did that to Eminem and just called it a rap. To you, Mel, don't try to get new standard to know. Nobody never know. These motherfuckers don't know you do that. I do. Motherfuckers don't know that Mel rhyme like me and Run and Rock him. This is shocking. This shit should go viral. Y'all don't know Mel, Scorpio, and Raheem rhyme like fucking Big Daddy Kane. You just never heard it because they were making records. They wasn't fucking they got bars that will outbar all these guys. You see, you like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
He said rappers might be willing, but they ain't able because I was their king straight from my cradle. Screamed and hollered, shook my rattle. I dreamt I defeated them all in battle. There was no food in my silver spoon, but I grew up hard and I grew up soon. And then Mel said, I'm a righteous king and I'm hungry too. He should have told him, and I eat up chumps that rap like you. I met this shark, his name was Jaws, started writing the rhymes like y'all write your, no, started biting my rhymes like y'all bite yours. I started writing my rhymes, the shark grew and grew, but I was writing more rhymes than the shark could chew. Then the shark got sick and then he exploded because he didn't realize that my rhymes was loaded, flew in the air and into the sea, and the whole universe knew the king was me. He done won the battle. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm sweating now.
Did Eminem come? Eminem didn't go back at him.
No, he didn't have to. He killed him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But everybody happened. They
even though, but even
Mel,
though
Mel is Mel.
He got a lot of heat for that, but I thought it was hip hop what he did. It was
no, it's cool. He came back, but I'm saying me and Cass said he should have went like. I was sitting on a corner just wasting my time when I realized I was king of the rhyme. I got on the microphone, and what do you see? The rest was my legacy. I was born to be the king of this hip hop thing. Like that, they had this. So when I came along. Like, what was good about Pete Rock is when we came back with Down with the King.
Down with the King!
Right, after he did that, it was like, yo, we making that shit. And it's funny, when Jay heard that shit, Jay says this, that's the name of the album, and that's the single.
Right.
And that was one little thing. You know, Bruce Lee says, I'm not afraid of the man who fucking practices 1,000 techniques. I'm afraid of the man that practices one. I'm living breathe with that work, because when we went to the studio, yo, we making that shit, this and that. So Pete comes to me and he's like, yo, you ain't gotta be Kane, you ain't gotta be Rakim, you ain't gotta be Jay-Z, you ain't gotta, I want that DMC shit. I'm confused. I'm like, cause I'm thinking I gotta write differently now, shit, and do, you know, motherfuckers done named the shit that we do, ad-libs and fucking metaphors and shit. I just think of my rhyme and say it over the beat. Give me that DMC shit. And I didn't know what to do in the 90s. I'm fucking 35 years old and hip-hop
still young.
Change and shit like that. No, but what I'm just saying, I'm...
At that time, where you were at mentally, right.
Another water?
So, Pete Rock says, he just asked me, what the fuck are you doing right now, DMC, with your life? Because remember, I wrote I'm DMC in a place to be, a true thing about me. Son of Byford, bro, DMC from Hollis, Queens. So I was like, well, I'm on tour. Well, write about that shit. So I was like, okay, I'm taking the tours. I'm wrecking the land. Hip-hop could change and it could have all the metaphors and shit, but I keep it hardcore because it's dope, man. That's just the raw old shit that I was doing in 76. Now it's my turn to get on the mic. I'm going to do that shit now because this audience never seen it. So I'm going to stand out. I learned that. So I'm taking the tours, wrecking the land. I keep it hardcore because it's dope, man. These are the roughest, toughest words you ever wrote, and it's not meant for, and I don't usually use profanity, but it's not meant for a whole like a slow jam. Sucker MCs could never swing with me because of all the things that I bring with me. Only G.O.D. could be a king to me, and if the G.O.D. be in me, can a king out me? Pete Rock was like, rhyme of the fucking year. And then I just went in DMC, and everywhere I go, Cool G rolled up on me, Q-Tip rolled up on me, Bumpy Knuckles rolled up on me. You said if the G.O.D. be in me, then the king of the microphone is branded when it's handed to me. Or what I say, a microphone is branded when it's handed to me. I'm standing on this planet and I planet MC. The MC fiends always seem to agree that, because Rakim told me, the microphone fiend said, nah, D, your shit. Rakim.
Did I read this? Did I get eggs?
Gotta get the...
Where are my keys?
Out of here.
Cool G Rap, and Bumpy. Imagine them three telling you the dopest motherfucker ever.
Right.
That was so fucking
That
dope.
makes absolutely are.
But Down with the King, like I said, Down with the King brought us back, and because of Down with the King, we was able to go tour. We was back on MTV with the video. We was back on the radio. That's what hip hop. That's why I say hip hop is. It's not old school, isn't old.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know what I'm saying? You might know what I did in '86, but the 12-year-old kid now don't. So when he see that shit, he's new. Kids always ask me now, shit, yo, OG, you put it down harder than them youngins. But I'm putting it down at 59 like I did when I was 12 years old. I'm not thinking I'm going into the studio to sell records. I ain't thinking about chart position. I'm thinking, how can I make this fucking dope? What did you do when you was in your room at 15? So that's how I approached this craft of mine.
Goddamn, let's make some noise.
And it's fucking fun.
Right.
It's fucking fun, man.
What's one of the places that you've been to the tour in the world that you was like, what the fuck am I doing here? I know you said Sudan earlier, but
During the war.
Yeah, it was definitely South Sudan.
Yeah.
Because everybody was walking around with machine guns, and then the student, the person that brought me out there, the police and the National Guard are the two warring factions. So at any time,
Shit could have popped up.
all you got to do is just say one little wrong thing about the tribe or some shit, about the king. Because South Sudan has all the oil. North Sudan has all the reserves. So it's constant fight over money and shit like that. But it definitely was South Sudan, because this is scary. So we get in town for the sound. Oh, let me shout out the guy that brought me this, guy named Emmanuel Jal. He was a child soldier. And when he was 9 years old, the rebel army came into his village and killed all the adults and took all the kids and gave them guns to fight against the government. So,
You know how you feel about wars and everything else. I mean, nobody really likes wars, but one thing I must say, and that's why I had to give a salute to the Army people on here, it's more better for them to be fighting it over there than over here. You know what I'm saying? Thank God for that. I mean, we got wars in our streets and everything too, but that's a little bit different. It's supposed to have big bombs and missiles and stuff landing on you. It's crazy.
9 years old, him and his 40. Hold up, they come into your village and kill
all the parents, all the adults.
Guts, and he's the most well-spoken person you would ever see.
But was a child killer. Was killing shit at 9 years old.
To arm, to cap, all that shit.
Yeah.
So when he was 9 years old, he was fighting him and his 40 friends, and they was out in the wilderness fighting. So they got tired of killing their own people. So they said, we're going to go AWOL and escape. Now the problem is, when you escape, the soldiers you running from are going to kill you first shot on sight. And then the other soldiers from the government are going to shoot you, because even if you say, I'm coming in, they think you got bombs or whatever. So they ain't trusting you. So what they would do was when the people that they AWOL from would go raid a village, the kids would go in there and eat the scraps. But it got to the point where the other soldiers wasn't leaving nothing. So long story short, his friends were dying of starvation. So it was just him and his boy. Right? And imagine me and you, Nori, all our boys are dead. It's just me and you, 38 died of starvation. And I turn to you, because I'm dying, and I look at you, and I'm your boy, and I say, Nori, if I die tonight, it's okay if you eat me. Imagine that. So Jah said his prayer to God wasn't deliver me this and that. This serious prayer to God. God, what's the pros and cons of if I eat my friend? And what's the pros and cons if I don't eat my friend? So that's where he was at. Right then and there, he gets saved by the UN. They take him from
So he didn't have to eat his friend?
Didn't have to eat.
Okay, all right, cool. God bless.
Take him to Nairobi, to the rehabilitation center. He's a wild kid that was illin'. So they're trying to educate him. He's a fucking beast. He said he was getting in beef with other students. You ever see the horror movie shit since that? The students say something to him. He taking a pen and putting it through the hand on, like, he's that kid. He's wild. So one of the counselors
And it's the promoter that brought you out there?
Yeah, picked him. But he said, I'm going to tell you what happened.
Rehabilitated.
Yeah, he's rehabilitated in a big way. But check this out. One of the counselors is playing Run DMC, Naughty by Nature, Public Enemy. So he hears it.
Music.
What's that? What's that? So the counselor's like, oh, so you like this? What's that? What's that? He said that was the only time he felt something that was good to him. Oh, you want to hit it? Yeah. You know, imagine crazy African killer machine hears Naughty by Nature stuff the counselors play. Okay, here's the deal. It's the deal, man, you know. Start going to school, this and that. Just to hear the tape. Okay, so he hears the tape. Goes to school, show me some. Becomes a straight A student. Makes it to the university. Goes into the university. Majors in communications and music. Starts to become a MC from Sudan, who gets to open for Nelson Mandela, this and that, whatever. So he does, because of hip hop. He said it was the only thing that made him feel like he was and he could relate to it.
Right.
So then he does all of that. He does all of this great stuff for his country. They bring him to New York City to get honored by the Hard Rock. This is before Hard Rock changed ownership. Because the Hard Rock was in the big philanthropy stuff like that. So they bring him in, and one of the ladies from the Hard Rock movie, they was like, DMC, we have this kid, tells me a story. Come tomorrow, we want to surprise him with you. Cool. So I come to the luncheon, and there's a bunch of people in there, like, he does incredible shit. So they said, D, just go sit at the end of the table. So sitting at the end of the table, and he's speaking, he's meeting all these people, and nobody announces me. And then he looks and he sees me.
Alvarez.
Alvarez? Who's Alvarez?
Americana for Alvin.
Corporal Alvarez. Well done. Thank you, sir.
Corporal.
Just starts crying right here. And he comes over to me and he just cries on me. And he's like, yo, Run DMC, Naughty by Nature, hip hop statement. And he just tells me the story, and I'm like blown away. So then he goes, will you come to my country? And this is what I'm answering your question now. So I'm thinking, yeah. I answer yeah immediately, not knowing what Sudan is. I'm thinking it's Japan and London. You know what I'm saying? So we fly out to South Sudan.
And when you say we, Run and...
No, just me, my DJ, Eric.
Okay.
And my security. And what was funny, this is
So this is DMC, this is not funny.
When they showed me the brochure of where we're staying at, it's like, oh shit, a pool, an air conditioned building, but we get there, it's just huts. No toilet bowl.
No toilet bowl?
No toilet bowl.
Oh my God.
Hold up. The hut is fucking bugs everywhere.
All right.
To the point where it's so many bugs and they so big, you just get... It's a waste of time and energy.
Get used to it.
Fuck it. Okay, showtime. Like, to that point. So that was my wildest place, South Sudan. But the beauty of it is that they know our hip hop.
Right.
And they value it. So we go to sound check. And if you look him up right now, he's the vice president of Sudan.
This guy you were talking about?
Yeah, he wears cowboy hat and cowboy boots.
This boy. Cowboy hat. Wow. Stone Cold Killer. Wow. Cowboy hat and cowboy boots. Amazing.
So we ain't seen none of this the whole time. All of a sudden we look up, we see Range Rovers, we see Escalades, we see Mercedes-Benz, and we see BMW, and it looked like something out of a Tom Cruise Mission Impossible movie. They moving like that. we just see this entourage of cars coming up to the place and shit, right? Pulls up to the shit in the movies, those...
Let me guess. They moving side by side so they don't get hit by no missile or nothing like that. That's my guess. I don't know if he's going to talk about it, but that's my guess.
Stunt drivers, those motherfuckers exist. They pull up, boom.
In the Bay Area, this is how we drive. That's just how they drive, brother. I don't drive like that no more. But they do like that up and down the street in the Bay Area.
Right. Security gets out, right? So the vice president of South Sudan gets out. And we in the sound check, and the vice president walks in here, and this shit is scary, man. Motherfuckers with machine guns, this and that. And, you know, the vice president, he's different. Where's the rapper? Where's I come to see the like with that Idi Amin shit? Where's the rap? I go, hi. My DJ Hizbullah, he's right here. So I come, the guy comes to me and he's literally taking me like this. So he comes, I want to see the rap. Oh, this the rapper. Oh, it's the rapper. I see the rapper. Yo, no, that's wrong. And it's fuck yo. And he's like, it's the right. He's shaking me. It's the rapper and shit like that. So then I want to see your show. And then he sits down and it's showtime and he's sitting there. Now, the thing, what's funny about this story is that he's fucking,
just in case Run got any preaching engagements or whatever, I could be Run for you, DMC. I could do. I know all Run lines in all the songs. I'm just saying. I know your lines too, so I know when to stop and go and everything else. So I'll let your boy, DjRon, the classic DJ from the Bay. I can beat DjRon. DJ Run in this case.
The war and like the Idi Amin shit, like
warlord.
I want to see your show, and he's sitting there. So I'm thinking, yo, if I ain't dope, this motherfucker might kill me. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Last battle
but he's sitting there, and everybody's around him, and all the people. It's about Eric. What did you say? About 250 people. They all in the back, like
his soldiers.
No, the regular.
Oh, okay, the regular people. Okay, the crowd.
You know, first when I was in like this, they like, oh, it's DMC, but when he came,
when he came, okay,
yeah,
okay.
it's like kind of like some scary dictator shit. Like I'm thinking, damn, if I ain't dope, this is gonna be crazy.
Right.
So then, my DJ Charlie Chan, he just go, yo, D, just do what the fuck you do. So I said, yo, all right, and he's. I'm thinking, so y'all come up to the front. We pull the people up the front. We performed like 45 minutes. We had those out, throw your hands.
And they knew the records?
Break it. Knew the records.
Okay. Wow.
Knew the records.
Wow.
So, but that was my craziest experience ever. But, Russia's cool. We went to Moscow. They know.
Right.
They fucking know Mobb Deep there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They know underground and shit like that. But South Sudan, what was beautiful is they knew Pac, they knew Big, they knew our hip hop. But it was the scariest trip of my life.
Let me ask you, because you mentioned Pac and Big a couple times, right? And you said that you was on tour with Pac and Big together?
No.
They opened up for him.
You opened up.
Separate.
Yeah.
Right. We opened up for them.
So two-part question.
Yeah.
You saw their relationship, that they were cool at one point.
No, I never seen them together.
Oh,
what I mean is
okay.
we opened up for Pac and Big at two different times. This was after they split up. When I first met Pac, what was crazy about Pac, we played what's the biggest mall in the world? I think it was Minnesota or something like that.
Yeah.
Mall of America.
Mall of America.
Yeah. So we was doing a show there. We was open for Pac, and let's go to the mall. That's what you do when you go to this. So we go to the mall, and it was just crazy. I saw this happen when we walked in the mall. I don't know if the guy singled Pac out, but the security, the police officer, just walked over and said, "You take your hat off." Like, we walking in the mall, you know what I'm saying? Jay got his hat, but the police officer, and then Pac, like, what the fuck, see, man, this is what I'm talking about. Yo, Pac, calm down, this and that, boom, 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 whatever. And Jay's like, yo, man, how you gonna tell Pac that you ain't tell me to take mine off? So I don't know if it was a Pac thing.
This was after he shot the police, or no?
Probably was. Yeah, it was. Yeah. Okay. That's probably why. That's probably why. But I saw that. But overall, Pac was brilliant. He was cool. He was funny. All he could fucking talk about was the fuck. I think he even made a whole record about it. his whole shit was trying to convince me that I'm legit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Which is beautiful. But yeah, we hung with Pac, we hung with Big. Big was just like, who could I describe Big like? Big was just like fucking, he was just lovable.
Right.
And I'm saying he was just a funny, lovable, like him and Jay really got along because Jay's fly and shit. Me and
Jay smoked a lot of weed too.
And shit, yeah, exactly. So, yeah, they had blunts.
Yeah.
So
where was you at when you kind of like seen, their like this is like I want to say there's always been beef in hip hop because like there's always been like the battles and stuff like that, and those battles kind of like sometimes it morbided off into something.
Of course.
But this was the first like
this is different.
This was the first different.
This was crazy different.
Like, how did you feel? Like, you know what I mean? You being one of the architects of hip hop and these people taking it this far. And
well, I kind of understood it, but I don't think the media and I don't think people like us, we didn't get vocal enough because what was happening in the beginning of it, it was almost like the two rival high school teams, the players settled the beef on the field. But if I see you, fuck you, this and that, this and that. So there was no describing that this should just stay on record. But then it was different. It was more deeper because Pac felt something personally was done to him.
He was shot.
But the East Coast, West Coast world, we never seen it.
No, that was a media contrived thing.
Right. We was going over there, but see, it's a little different.
yeah, Tresh told us the same thing. We just interviewed him, and he said he was never affected by the East Coast, West Coast.
Wasn't
Like, he said he was, yeah.
If you don't hear another cool story, Suge Knight was going to buy us. Suge Knight was going to put Run DMC on Death Row Records.
Death Row proper, they were starting
Death Row. He was going to
not Death Row East.
DMC. No, he's going to put us on Death Row. We had a meeting with him at the Beverly Hills.
Big Daddy Kane had a meeting.
Oh, we had the Beverly Hills.
Would you would have rocked the Death Row chain?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think we would have had to neither.
Okay.
We had a meeting with Suge. This was like when Death Row was
right
at their height.
Before the downfall of it.
I do remember these rumors. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And we sat there with him and he said,
they had the rawest chain ever. I'm gonna see if I can find a picture of them with the Adidas shoe on the chain. Oh my goodness, that was the dopest thing ever. They had gold Adidas shoe chains on their chain.
I'm gonna buy you off what's in that? Yo, Run DMC, I mean a lot to this culture. And they said, you gotta understand something about Suge Wright. Suge Wright, he had right intention, because every time I see him, remember Eric, he used to just show up and come and sit down and say, man, when y'all used to come here,
He used to eat your cookies?
No, this was in a sushi restaurant. Or it was at the Mondrian Club or whatever. Okay. And he said, yo, we was just amazed. And he said, Suge said this, we was just so amazed that when y'all cats came here from New York, and he said this, we were just so amazed to see how y'all stuck together. Because remember, Run DMC, LL, we moved together. It was just something about, I don't know.
Boys? Was Beastie Boys a part of it?
Yeah. But and he talked about that. But he said he was going to buy us, bring us to Death Row, because he says Death Row, we at the top right now, and y'all should be with the top row, that whole shit. And then somebody else had told me, that motherfucker was doing that shit so he can fucking take the kings from the East and throw it in their face. Yo, I don't even got your Run DMCs. Nah, I didn't think about it like that.
I don't think so.
You know what I'm saying?
Because he did that with Hammer too, where he brought Hammer. I mean, yeah, Hammer's on the West, but I think he genuinely appreciated.
No, he did the 2-3 times that I sat with Suge personally, with no rah-rah. I didn't see all of that. He generally was they wanted to have the thing I talked about that we were doing with hip hop outside of the business. So I think Suge wanted to have Run DMC as the holy grail.
It's like the ultimate trophy.
Right.
If you're a hip hop head, and you have power and money, what's the ultimate trophy?
Run DMC, and I gave him a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I remember the night Pac died, we was what was the club that they had in Vegas?
662.
Was it?
Oh, Vegas? Oh,
yeah.
I'm thinking of Biggie's. 626 or
Something like that, yeah.
So we was hired by them to perform at the after party.
For the Tyson fight.
For the Tyson fight.
Wow.
Shit, brother. This is when the Luxor was
the Luxor. I got married at the Luxor.
Yeah, this when the Luxor was new. Like it was fly shit. So I'll never forget. Shit brought us there, paid for everything. We used to hire entertainment.
So y'all was there that night in Vegas?
Let me tell you what happened.
Holy shit.
So we get a call. It's shook. Yo, this is a funny J story. Yo, I'm coming. Me and Pop coming to get y'all. Y'all gonna ride to the fight with us? Cause remember, who was in the 750 with them? Nobody was in the back seat.
Right. Nobody.
Me, Run, and Jay was supposed to be in that back seat.
Whoa.
He calls Alexa. Yo, I'm coming to get y'all. Pac, we want y'all to ride to the fight with us. Y'all go ahead without us. Why? What's the problem? Jay's getting dressed. Huh? What are you talking about? Just shook Dawn saying that when Jay would get dressed, Jay would have all his clothes out there. It's worse than your wife or girl getting. How does this look, this and that, for like 3 hours? The reason why we didn't ride to the fight with Pocket because Jay was getting dressed. Jay would spend hours. And he's seriously, yo, B, how does this look? No, tell him, no, that's cool. Okay, hold on. And you would like it would be a fashion show. Eric, am I lying? Jay's getting dressed.
Well, in this case, this is a blessing.
Right. So
a huge blessing.
So we say we'll meet you at the after party. We get to the after party. Hammer's there. The whole crew. Everybody's there. Mel, everybody's there. This and that. So yeah.
Did he have one of those pants?
No, he didn't have the pants on.
Oh my bad.
Another Hammer.
This was the suit, rich.
Okay, yeah. The tuxedo joint. Okay, I remember it.
Hammer. So we in the club waiting for the fight to end. All of a sudden, one dude comes in. It's about maybe 100 people in there. They all leave. Empty club, music off. A guy comes in with a briefcase. To me, Run and Jay. Everybody leaves. Guy comes with the briefcase. With the briefcase, opens it up. It's all cash. 200 grand in cash. Yeah. Y'all getting paid tonight. There's no show. Go home.
Wow.
Shit, yo, we got to pay. Like, we didn't know what's going on. So next morning, I had an afternoon flight. I'm in the gym on the treadmill, and then CNN. Last night in Vegas, Tupac got shot. Oh shit, that's why it happened. So I didn't find out Pac got shot till the next morning. And I find out that's why. Yo, I'm talking about we in the club like this, 100 motherfuckers. One dude comes in, the whole club. Guy comes in like shit out of the movies. Briefcase, paid us in cash. Y'all go home, no show tonight. I didn't find out till the next morning that Pac got shot. But
and that's how I'm gonna end it, right there. That's video 3, DMC on Drink Champs. That's tugging in my heart because you know Pac is my favorite artist. Always was, probably always will be. So DjRon-TheClassicDJ from the Bay. Stay tuned for video 4. Search it out. It's going to be a video 4, DMC, Drink Champs, Flowing Cool, DjRon, Classic DJ.
Represent the Yay area.